Hey everyone, welcome back. So today we're talking about Linux, one of the most popular operating systems in the world. But here's the thing that makes Linux really different from Windows or Mac OS. Linux isn't just one operating system. Instead, it comes in a bunch of different versions called distributions, or distros for short. Every single Linux distro is built on the same core, something called the Linux kernel, but they all look different, work differently, and are designed for different types of people. Some are built for beginners, some for developers, and some for security experts. So in this video, let's quickly run through some of the most popular Linux distros out there. First up, Ubuntu. This is probably the most well-known Linux distro in the world. It was first released back in 2004 by a company called Canonical, and it was specifically designed to be beginner-friendly. A lot of people switching from Windows start with Ubuntu because it's simple to install and easy to use. It has a clean, modern desktop interface, and it comes preloaded with a web browser, office software, and media players, so you're pretty much good to go right out of the box. Ubuntu has millions of users worldwide, which means if you ever run into a problem, you'll find help online pretty easily. It's used on desktops, laptops, and even servers. Next is Debian, one of the oldest and most stable Linux distros around. It's been going since 1993, which is pretty impressive. Debian is all about stability and reliability, which is why it's commonly used on servers and long-term systems where things just need to work. It's not maintained by a single company. Instead, it's developed by a huge community of volunteers from around the world. Fun fact, a lot of popular distros, including Ubuntu, are actually built on top of Debian.
Now, let's talk about Fedora. Fedora is known for being on the cutting edge. It loves new technology. It's backed by Red Hat, one of the biggest Linux companies in the world. Fedora typically introduces new features and software before most other distros do, which is why developers and programmers tend to love it. If you want the latest tools and updates, Fedora is a great choice. Alright, this one's a bit different. Arch Linux. Arch is famous for its simplicity and customizability. Unlike beginner-friendly distros, Arch doesn't auto-install a bunch of stuff for you. Instead, you build the system step by step exactly the way you want it. Pretty cool, right? Arch also uses something called a rolling release model, meaning instead of big version updates, you get continuous ongoing updates to keep everything current. It's definitely not the easiest to set up, but experienced Linux users love Arch because it gives you total control over your system.
Linux Mint is another super beginner-friendly distro, and honestly, it's my personal favorite. It's based on Ubuntu, but it's designed to look and feel a lot like Windows. So if you're making the switch from Windows, Linux Mint will feel really familiar and comfortable. It focuses on simplicity and stability. It also has multiple versions, and the XFCE edition is especially great if you have an older laptop. Overall, it's ideal for beginners and everyday users. Now here's a more specialized one, Kali Linux. Kali is built specifically for cybersecurity and ethical hacking. It was developed by Offensive Security, and it comes packed with hundreds of tools for testing computer networks and systems for vulnerabilities. It's mainly used by security researchers, ethical hackers, and cybersecurity students. But here's the thing. Kali is not designed for everyday use, so it's generally not recommended as your daily desktop OS.
Pop! OS is a modern distro made by a company called System76. It's built for developers, engineers, and creative professionals. It's focused on productivity and performance, and it has really strong support for graphics cards, making it a great choice for gaming, creative work, and even machine learning. One of its coolest features is the tiling window system, which helps you organize multiple open apps way more efficiently. It's super popular among programmers and tech-savvy users. Last but not least, Puppy Linux. This one is tiny And I mean that in the best way possible. Puppy Linux is an ultra-lightweight distro designed to run on very old or low-powered computers. The whole system is incredibly small, and you can actually run it directly from a USB drive or CD, no installation needed. So if you have an old computer, Puppy Linux might just bring it back to life. So there you have it, guys. Linux isn't just one operating system. It's an entire family of operating systems, all built around the same core idea. Some distros focus on simplicity, some focus on power, and others focus on security. Whether you're a complete beginner, a developer, or a security expert, there's a Linux distro made just for you. And that's exactly why Linux is one of the most flexible and powerful operating systems in the world.
So, what do you think about today's video? Are you already using Linux, or are you thinking about making the switch? Let me know down in the comments. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.